I'm an agent, and I sold a murderer's house. Yeah. I'm a real estate agent, not a talent agent. Okay, that's it. And by the way, this is the only thing I've ever done in my life that my daughter has ever been proud of. Okay, just so you know. And by the way, I did it for the money, not for the likes. Just so you know. Just so you know. So here's what happened. Okay, here's what happened. Here's what I heard happen. The husband and wife had a financial dispute. Now, it was more than a dispute because he killed her. Here's what I heard happen. I heard that he took a bowling ball or something and hit her over the head. Upstairs in the bathroom, there was a financial dispute. Took a bowling ball and hit her over the head, and that didn't do the job. So he put her in the bathtub and drowned her. Now, I'm not an expert, but I believe that's a spare. Takes 2 times to get the pin stain. I do not condone what happened. I wish it was him that died. But it was a financial dispute, and she may not have agreed to pay my full commission. That's all I'm saying. I remember what my mother said. She said, Bert, are you sure? Are you sure you want to represent a murderer, really? I mean, it's immoral, and it's unethical. I said, Mom, it's $100,000. She said, disputes happen, So the murderer was awaiting trial, and so he was at home, confined to his home with an ankle monitor, kind of like the one you have. It's similar to that. I've been looking at them. And he wanted to interview me privately to see if I would be the one to sell the house. Would you go to that interview? No. She's like, no, we're not going to. Yeah. Now, I was afraid he might try to kill me, but I was more concerned that he would reduce my commission. That's what I was afraid of. So I'm sitting there with the murderer, making small talk. Have you ever made small talk with a murderer? I'm like, so is this your first murder? Like, subtle, right? And he goes, you mean, and this is all true, he goes, you mean the event. That's what he called it, the event. What, after this, is he going to a Taylor Swift concert? Like, what? He said, do you think the event will cause my house to take longer to sell? I said, OJ sold fast. Subtle, right? He jumped up and said, but OJ's famous. I said, calm down, killer. You will be too. Sorry. Sunday's rolling around, and he wants to have an open house with him still in the house. Would you go to that open house? I don't think you would. So the killer, it's true, is in the back making cookies, as murderers will do, silly, silly murderer, So he wants to hold an open house. That's a great idea. While we're at it, why don't we hold a live murder demonstration, a live comedy taping like this, and sell tickets and T-shirts? That's what I'm saying. So a nice lady comes to the front door, and I warn her, of course, to take off her shoes, I don't want her tracking blood outside. I mean, the street sweepers don't come till Wednesday, So she comes in and she says, so, where did it happen? I said, well, what exactly do you mean? She said, the event. Oh. I said, oh, upstairs in the bathroom. She said, oh, so it's a spare. So, well, it is now. I mean, they each had their own bathroom, and she doesn't have one anymore, so I guess it is spare. So the murderer went to jail. I got my commission. And a very lucky buyer has a very popular house on Halloween. So,